What's up, Aries? This is going to be part one of your love December 2021. Holler at your boy for a one-on-one reading. Check out the Patreon for part two. December love 2021, Aries. Appreciate your guys' patronage, your followership, your viewership. Please comment, like, share, follow, subscribe. Also follow Run Again Tarot across all things social media: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. Consciously arriving on Tumblr. What else? Patreon has reduced reading rates. When you subscribe, it's only $3 a month. You get exclusive access to content found nowhere else on the internet. Part two of the Love and Money readings. And reach out to your boy for a reading if you want to do it over text. IM, chat, messenger, video, phone, whatever you feel most comfortable. I'm available to you guys as a tool, of wisdom, a spiritual tool. Trying to see, issues and problems in your lives from a different angle or perspective. So I'm here for you guys. I'm here to serve you guys. I'm here for you to utilize me. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light. Highest possible messages for Aries love December 2021. Okay, Tower card in the upright. This is a falling out energy. Okay, this is the Tower has been struck and disintegrated so as to rebuild properly. There's a lack of financial stability. There's a lack of a cornerstone here. There could be jealousy and envy as the cornerstone, and as we know, that doesn't really last. That's going to bubble to the surface. That's going to become evident. It's like using rotted wood or concrete to build something. Spoiled or rotted concrete mix. It's just not going to persist. And these energies, these foundational energies, exist within us. So if that's triggering or something significant within you or within your partner, that's gonna reveal itself. It's gonna be seen. Yes, there's emotional manipulation, gaslighting with the King of Cups in reverse, and this is leading to a falling out. Someone is self-sabotaging, negative coping mechanisms with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, just an injustice, imbalance. Eight of Swords in reverse this is all leading to freedom, though, to you being able to see this and call it for what it is. Allowing you information and insight to kind of strategize and plan for the life that you want. There you go, the Seven of Swords in the upright showing itself as I speak to the Eight of Swords, pointing to the Seven of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in the upright is clarity, truth, cutting the Gordian knot, as it were, like Alexander the Great. Truth, clarity, communication, precision, math, science, based on logic and reason. And the more that you kind of follow that truth, that's leading you to these blessings with these yads here. Those are God's blessings, these little kind of markings. It's the first way of God. That's the first letter of God's name, Yahweh. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse now. Feeling like there's lack of growth, lack of progress, pointing to reciprocity of the Six of Pentacles, the balance. A balance of effort, a balance of time, a balance of resources. It just could be just an imbalanced match. Knight of Swords is needing to pump the brakes, but as always, you can only really control your end of the things. Okay, one of the advisories, I should say, pieces of advice in the all signs was reprioritizing of responsibilities. Taking work off of your significant other's plate if possible, or vice versa, so that resentment doesn't build up. And yet the resentment kind of formula, we all kind of grew up with that. We all kind of come out of that, where you're kind of burdened with chores and responsibilities, but that doesn't have to be the only template. It doesn't just have to be the woman, being mad at the man for not taking out the trash. Like there's other ways of being. You guys don't have to exist like that. You guys don't have to operate like that in this bitterness and resentment. We could transform our relationships and exist in a different way. And if you need to be a trailblazer, and if you need to separate from who you're with and get out of the toxic situation, then you're going to have the inner discipline to do that with the Strength card in reverse. This isn't, especially if that's just not who you are, what you stand for, what you're going to tolerate. This isn't just the age-old, you're going to treat me like, just some mook schlub that's going to, listen to what you say just because you're the woman, or whatever the dynamic is, non-gender specific, non-binary, specific. It's just Death card in the reverse is just being reborn from this whole stage of understanding and coming out better as the new version of yourself. And if that takes some distance and time away from your partner, then so be it, Aries. That's what I'm really seeing for December. And the story's not over with the World card in reverse. There's still so much beauty to be grown here with the World card in reverse is how I'm reading it. And we did speak about that reciprocity, breadcrumbing, but really it's truly that poverty consciousness. And if you're feeding into it, then you're kind of just wasting your energy. Nothing is worth your happiness. And if you see that a relationship is kind of trying to pull you down, or the energy is within somebody, bitterness and resentment is trying to pull you down, then guess what? That's not the relationship for you. Okay, and or just don't play into it, because it's not going to do anything for you. And you have to be real and honest with where you're at. Page of Wands in the upright is typically travel, relocation, staying present, following your internal GPS unit and system and compass, following your heart, staying present, going with what's next, not holding or bearing resentment. That's just going to weigh you down. Going with the flow, staying present is going to lead you to victory. Spirit, can we get a cliffhanger card for Aries love December so we can move on to the Patreon and get some more kind of recap and closing energies over on part 2, love December 2021 for the Patreon for Aries. It's only $3 a month, guys. Well worth it. You not only help the cause, but you help the energy, the vibe, the positivity, and you allow this good energy to expand and be expressed through this channel. The High Priestess in the reverse and the Knight of Cups wanted to come out as a cliffhanger. High Priestess in the reverse is remaining objective, not getting swooped into the personalities, to the negative ego personalities of the situation. It can only exist off of your belief in it and your attention and energy towards it. When you do make a love offer, you also got to look within and make sure that you're not offering love out of these kind of like negative codependent factors as well. You can't just make peace and give love just for the sake of peace and harmony. There has to be a premium, there has to be a value on your love based on what you're seeing as a response to your love from the other person. If the other person is just kind of shitting on you, then you have to kind of take responsibility of how you're doling out your love to this person and what you're willing to tolerate from them as well. Okay? Again, if you're like me, you have a lot of embedded programming and coding that, you're the bad guy because you're the guy, and, you raise your voice and then, the woman is just the victim, or, whatever it may be. But we have to break out of that old code and programming and not be manipulated as men or emotionally, gaslit as well. And it's not just a man thing. It goes both ways for women and, again, non-binary gendered people. Whatever the energy is, if one energy is manipulating or gaslighting the other, you have to no longer feed into that. And you have to stand up for yourself and do your part to not feed into that. So that's going to be the cliffhanger. We're going to go over to part 2 for the conclusion of what's going to unroll out, what's going to fold out when you do start to kind of practice these techniques and remember these truths, as an axiom for your life. What occurs when you start to do this? We're going to start to see the results of that over part 2 on the Patreon. Holler at your boy for one-on-one reading and holler for more. Love you guys. Peace. Link below for part 2 on the Patreon. Holler for more. Aries. Peace.